Can you hear it? Okay, good evening and welcome to this Division II girls soccer matchup between West Warwick and visiting East Providence. The Wizards coming into this contest at 3-1-1 overall. East Providence coming in at 4-0. We're happy to bring you this event courtesy of the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway at the high school. I'm Eric White, media broadcasting teacher at the high school, and I'll be your play-by-play host this evening, and I'm honored to have as my color commentator Mr. Greg Gonzalez, longtime teacher at West Warwick High School, now the Dean of Students at Deering Middle School, and he is no stranger to this game as he coached the girls team to 2 straight championships back in the early 2000s. Coach, thanks so much for being here this evening.
Mr. White, thank you for the opportunity. It's a pleasure to be here. It's happy to come out and watch some soccer.
Awesome.
Finally good to see the girls and boys and everybody else out on the field for a little bit.
And it's good to have somebody here who knows the game much better than I do.
Thank you. So 3-1-1 this year, right?
Yes.
All right. How is East Providence?
4-0. East Providence 4-0, undefeated coming into this, and they're in first place in the Division II Central Division.
We're only a few minutes into this game. It does seem like the play has been dominated on the left side of the field. You know, the attacking the West Warwick goal, if you will.
Yeah. So,
Got out of some trouble there.
yeah, absolutely. So East Providence going left to right, and West Warwick going right to left on your computer screen or television screen, wherever you're watching this evening. Much warmer night than it was the other night. I was up here just about frozen to the bench.
Yeah, very comfortable night.
It is. So unfortunately, because of COVID-19 restrictions, there are no fans allowed at the game.
We're going to bring the game to them, Mr. White.
That's right. You can't come here, we'll go there. That's one of the beauties of having a media broadcasting and journalism pathway.
See that ball from 40 yards out? I'm okay with that ball because on a night like tonight, on a place up here like Arctic Hill, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what bounce it's going to take, what the wind's going to do. You just want to pepper the goalie as much as you can.
Yeah. And I was talking to Coach Lima yesterday, and they usually play their games down at the lower field. They've only had one home game before tonight, and they like the lower field. You know, this is more visible, and, you know, we've got the lights up here, but they like the condition of the field down there better. So even though this is their home field, this is not a field that they're used to, so it's not really too much of an advantage, if at all, for the Wizards.
As somebody who's played and coached hundreds of games on that lower field, it's a great soccer field. It's very wide. You know, I used to like to spread it out. This field's a lot narrower, and this field has a pitch to it, so it can drain properly.
Yes.
You know, if you can see it, it goes down from the center.
Yes.
But I mean, it's certainly nice to get out here under the lights. We don't have that ability down below.
Yeah. And to be on TV. I mean, that's another thing.
Sure.
So, Coach, have you seen a lot of games during this COVID season?
I have not.
Okay. So the
A Wizards tennis match a couple weeks ago, a girls'
Yep.
tennis match. I watch all of your events. I honestly do. I watched the boys' soccer game the other night, and
thank you.
I love that no matter how far out the ball is, Jacob DeMeglio rips it into the net.
Yeah.
He's like 5 feet away. So I'm hoping to see some more of that goal scoring tonight.
Yeah, me too. And you know, with the game is pretty much the same. I have to say the officials, the Rhode Island Interscholastic League, has done a great job of keeping the game as normal as possible. The only thing you'll notice halfway through each half at the 20-minute mark, at the 20-minute mark, we have a mask break.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of a half time or a quarter time, if I were better at math.
I can't even notice from here. Are the referees wearing masks?
Yes.
Okay. Do they have whistles?
Yes.
Okay, because I know that was a point of contention too a few months ago, whether or not they were going to use whistles or not and kind of like throw their spit out there.
Yeah.
They seem to be pretty distant from everybody.
Yeah. I know that several coaches have ideas about where the refs can keep those whistles at times, but we're not going to go into that. But
Good clearance there by the Wizard defense.
the thing was when they first came out with the rules, the modified rules, the players need to keep their mask on unless they're 10 yards away from another player. Then they can take it down and take a quick breather, kind of like a medieval knight tipping up their helmet during battle to get a breath of fresh air. But that's difficult to spot, and the kids have been pretty good. I really haven't seen any players doing that, and that would be one more thing the refs need to keep track of. That I'm sure on top of everything else is not welcome. But the mask break does help, and I think the players, come that 20 minutes, need that breather.
Sure. How long does the breather last?
About 5 minutes. During the last game, where it was 37 degrees out and the wind chill was 28, it lasted about 2 minutes, and halftime lasted about 1 minute. And I'm not even kidding. It was the shortest halftime I've seen for any event, and I couldn't blame them. And it was cold, and just to play soccer in weather like that is just. But the result was good. The boys won 7-0 over Woonsocket. That's Woonsocket's rebuilding.
I saw Sam Flint's at AJ's the next morning, and I said, Sam, it doesn't matter if it's 1-0, 2-0, or 7-0. You do that cartwheel after you.
Yeah, his trademark cartwheel.
And Diego's corner kick was beautiful. I didn't even think the goalie touched that. It went right into the net.
Yeah. It took me a minute to realize what had happened.
Sure.
I think the wind blew it a little bit, and it had a great spin on it. And it was perfect. So still no score here early in the first half. East Providence putting on some pressure, as you said, Coach, earlier. And this is going to be a tough game for the Wizards tonight. I mean, I think East Providence in first place in this abridged season.
Sure.
I mean, it's really too bad that the kids couldn't play 18 games. I mean, you'll have students coming into next year as a junior, but they won't have played a junior amount of games.
It's like they're gonna have the red shirt.
Yeah. I wonder what, if any, accommodations will be made, or if they'll just try to forget about this season as soon as it passes.
Leah Moreau can really throw the ball in. That was almost like a corner kick. I used to have a girl that would do a flip on the sidelines, and she could put the ball almost at the back post.
Wow.
We could run a corner kick play off of our throw-ins.
Wow. That's a luxury.
Yeah.
When I was talking to Coach Lima yesterday, I asked him, how does this team compare to the teams that almost won 3? I mean, they came close to winning 3 straight.
Sure.
About 4 years ago. And he said, this team, he thinks this team is more talented but less experienced.
That's well said. Yeah. Sure.
And talent will get you so far, but.
Yeah. And unfortunately, 6 games isn't going to cut the mustard as far as that's concerned.
No.
I understand we have to play within the parameters that we're given.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate that they can't experience more time together.
Yeah. I would agree. And I think, the universally, the players will say the same thing. The coaches have said it, and they're happy to be out here. As it was, there was a possibility of not having a season.
I had the press conference on today, and it seemed like every question after it was about sports. Did you watch it at all?
I did not watch it. The governor's press conference
every question
today
was about sports afterwards. Like, you do this, we can't travel here, we got to stay in state, and a few about restaurants and stuff like that. But
yeah.
A good amount of the questions were about sports.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the sports, restaurants, entertainment,
Nice shot.
Oh, right off the post.
Here's Leah again. Watch, she'll put it deep into the box. I mean Zoe. No, Leah. Leah. Her sister Zoe. Sorry. Sorry, Leah.
And East Providence clears it out of there. But that was a great opportunity. I mean, it's frustrating sometimes. You get a great shot on goal. It hits the top, or it hits one of the side posts. When I was coaching at Cranston East, we had a great player.
Under the great Richard Grenier.
Under the great Richard Grenier, yes.
I'm saying that with the hope that he's listening to this.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We've both been proteges of the great Richard Grenier.
Yes. And so we had a great player. We were down in Division III back then. Dennis Vasquez, fantastic player, went on to Rhode Island College.
I think I remember him. He scored like every game, right?
Yeah. And he could, he was the kind of player who should have scored, 5 goals a game, but he would hit the post and he was like, on occasion we'd call him the postman. He was just so good. He was really good, and he didn't get tired.
Sure.
He did not get tired. I've never seen anything like it. The kid could be a marathon runner in another life.
And the thing is, as a coach, when you're following that in the journal or online, or you know who you have to keep your eyes on.
Yeah.
So if I saw that kid and all the goals he piled up, I'm definitely marking him all game, potentially double marking him.
Yes, and they did. They would double team him frequently, and some of the things he did with the ball were just amazing. I mean, if he were on a Division I team, he would have been starting, and he would have been one of the better players on the team. You could put him on Shea, you could put him on any of the Hendricken.
A lot of movement around for the corner kick area.
And here we have another corner. Nope.
He's got 2 girls on the front post. I would definitely want one on the back. That's a nice ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Orange got to clear now so they can reset. She's got no help up here.
So Jaslyn Estrella on the defense trying to clear it out of there. East Providence keeping it in.
Nice. That's what I want to see. Build the attack. Don't just send it every time.
Yep, no kickball, right?
There you go. Oof.
So we're here at still scoreless in the first half. We've had a couple of opportunities. One shot on goal went off the East Providence post. And the Townies have had a couple of corner kicks in the Wizards' end. But nothing's gone in so far. But if you keep up that kind of attack all night, something's going to go in.
Something will happen, yes.
Yep.
Hopefully we can give this undefeated team a run for their money tonight.
That would be good. Only one loss between them. And the Wizards had a 2-2 tie with Moses Brown, which is coming here Saturday morning. I guess the way that they worked these divisions is there's one team that you will play twice.
Sure. As opposed to every team in a normal season, basically.
Yeah. And the boys team at Blackstone Valley Prep tomorrow, they were all done with their home slate. It's kind of opposite. The boys had a lot of home games. There's been a lot of rescheduling. Girls, this is only their second home game.
Is Blackstone Valley Prep new to the Interscholastic League?
I believe so.
I think so.
I believe so. Yeah, number 17, Hannah Fox, blocked that shot. All right, looks like the Wizards trying to build something here.
This looks like the break.
Well,
this is good because now we can quantify how much time we have left because we really didn't get a good grasp on it
when
it first started.
No, scoreboard is not working, or it's not on tonight, rather. And so we know we are at quarter time. 20 minutes in the first half. So anything jump out to you, Coach? I know it's still early.
No, I mean, it seems to me that East Providence is trying to use the wings, trying to, build from the side and send balls in, and we're kind of trying to dominate the middle. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully we can punch one in. They just got to keep peppering that goalie, like I said before, and hopefully with the bounces up here and the wind up here on Otic Hill, one of them will go in.
That would be good. And I always found, every kid loves to get their foot on the ball from 10 yards out and just rifle one into the back of the net.
DeMeglio from 4.
Yeah. But I think getting the rebounds, that seems to be the better way, the more efficient way to score. I mean, that's your better chance. The
As a
goalie
coach,
is
we used to
already
call
up.
them garbage goals, but they're certainly not garbage. Just you're cleaning up the garbage. Something falls out there and you're just cleaning it up.
Yeah. As soon as the goalkeeper can't get their hands on that ball and it's down, you're like, who's there?
Sure. I was watching the East Providence keeper during warm-ups, and she seems pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised she even let that one hit the post from that far out, but hopefully we can keep on peppering her.
Yeah.
All right, so there's our short break.
Okay. So we're going to take a commercial break here for a moment. Then we'll be right back here on the West Warwick High School TV YouTube channel.
Broadcasting and journalism pathway at the high school. Gold Star Retirement and Insurance and Alex Smith. When your family buys insurance through Gold Star, you help build a sustainable resource for Rhode Island educators. The Gold Star team delivers. Everybody deserves peace of mind. Contact Alex Smith at alex.smith@horacemann.com. That's HORACEMANN.com. And the Arctic Playhouse, located at 117 Washington Street in West Warwick.
Okay, and we are back here. Eric White, media broadcasting teacher at West Warwick High School. And
shot on goal. Oh, garbage goal. Oh, we were just talking about the garbage goal.
Oh, we were just talking about that. And we have, as my color person here, Coach Greg Gonzalez, coached the girls team at West Warwick to back-to-back titles back in the 2000s.
I had to go away to an Army school for about 7 months. I wasn't overseas, but it was, in what we call CONUS in the Army in the, continental United States.
Yep.
And I was basically forced to give up the girls' soccer job in that time. I wasn't forced to, but I didn't want to, put in a leave of absence, have somebody else come in for a year. And
Yeah.
So Luckily, when I came back, I became the assistant coach with the boys with Mr. Grenier.
Yeah. That's great. Plug this in. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. Can you hear yourself?
Oh, yeah.
All right. There we go. Kudos to Brian Lynch, our executive producer tonight, for coming through on that one.
Way to go, Tank.
Yeah. There we go. You were away. I mean, I remember when you went.
Sure, I did go overseas
You
for
went
a full
overseas.
school year, but that was even after I resigned from girls soccer.
Yeah.
I think I resigned in 07, so I think I might have done it from 2000 to 06 or 07.
And 07 was my first year, but I was up here at the complex. I was in the main school.
Right.
And then 08 was my first year down there. We're talking like a couple of old guys. 07. Oh, back in 08, back in 07. Actually, I turn another year older today. Today is my birthday.
Senor Blanco,
It
feliz
is,
cumpleaños.
Thank you.
Happy
Grazie.
birthday.
Grazie. Next year, the big half century.
Excellent. Well, you wear it well, Mr. White.
Thank you very much, sir. I put on a few extra pounds, but my wife, said she wanted to see more of me, so here I am. Out here on this beautiful night.
See, again, East Providence building from the side. She's going to send it. And that's kind of what they've been doing.
Yeah.
And it seems like we try to, send balls through the middle, down the middle.
Yeah. And I don't have too much coaching experience, but in the couple of years that I did coach under the big guy, we always worked it from the side in. I guess that's the Italian style soccer.
Mr. Grenier is a great coach at explaining to people what each position means and how to effectively play that position. Yeah. Most people just want to run up and down the field, and he kind of explains how it is that a right midfielder is supposed to play and hold your position and attack the far post. And
yeah. I remember when we first took over the team a year before they won a couple of games maybe. And so he took a couple of guys. He said, I know you want to be a forward, but you are going to be a great stopper. We took one kid, and he was not happy about it, but then the game,
sure.
the wheels, the parts of the machine just started to move so much better when he put people where he thought they should be. And you were absolutely right. He is fantastic about knowing who's going to play best at what position.
Good steal there by Sam Strain. Unfortunately, couldn't develop much out of it. Here we go in the midfield again, sending it through. Watch.
Yeah. Oh. Make a run here.
Oh, nice save.
Yeah.
But when that's developing, I'd like to see one of the winged midfielders, close to the line to give them some type of option.
Yeah.
Some type of a square move that they can make. And with the throw-in over here, I would put somebody, right where she is on the 8. I don't know who that is.
Leah Moreau.
No, the one in the box. I'd want a flicker from her, a little header towards the back post, and then I'd put one of my bigs near the back post. So the first hit I'd want is a little flicker, and then I'd want somebody in the back to close it.
Here we go. Wizards trying to keep the pressure on.
Nice settle there. Who's that? Moda? Nice. Dribble into the box. It's our first corner of the game.
Yep. Maybe we can see a corner like we did the other night with Alvarez.
Yeah.
Just spun one right in.
Great. East Providence coach is saying, call your number, so pick up your lady here.
Yep.
See how they have the front and rear post covered.
Yep.
And see how the goalie's in the middle, so she's not going to get burned like the goalie did the other day.
Yep.
That goalie was playing on the front post. See if she can lift one here. Nice ball.
Yeah, we've seen some opportunities here tonight, and sooner or later one will go in. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but a tie against the undefeated first place team wouldn't be the worst thing. But you always want to pick up the win.
Sure. Now, will there be a playoff system? What's going on with that?
The playoff system, yes, there will be a playoff system. And as far as I know, they're not increasing the number of teams that will make the playoffs. So that's what I'm told. They could change their minds. So there will be a playoff system, brackets, just like any other year. And
garbage goal! Nice!
There we go. All right, who was that? Did you get a number on that, Coach?
Didn't. Hannah Fox.
All right.
Hannah's playing striker up there. I hate to use the word garbage goal, but just when the goalie mishandles the goal and somebody happens to be Johnny on the spot right there.
Yeah.
It is most definitely not seen as a garbage goal amongst the coaching staff. I would take it every day that ends in a Y.
Absolutely.
Just right place, right time.
I'm going to get philosophical here, but as Sun Tzu wrote in The Art of War, if your opponent leaves the door open, you must rush in.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, so Wizards up 1-0.
Oh, let's go.
Here we go. Katie Cabreos Martinez was up there, number 5.
Being a Spanish teacher, I'd always try to pronounce the names as ethnically as possible, particularly when I announced them for girls basketball. And
did I hit that
Oh,
one?
no, yeah, you did. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Typically, Katie Cabrejos gets mad at me when I say that. So.
Whenever I'm I pass by a Spanish class and I stop in, or if I'm covering one, I'll say, "Oh, this is a Spanish class. I forgot to put on my SOCKS." And I know if the kids that get it are doing well, and the kids that don't get it are probably not doing well. I barely passed Spanish in the 9th grade, and I have to tell you, it has bitten me in the rear end ever since. And then I went and took Italian, which Italian's a great language.
Yeah. Where did you go to high school?
Cranston West.
Cranston High School West.
Cranston High School West.
And you coached for East. Wow.
Yeah, I know. I would say my mother would disown me, but she went to East. Back when it wasn't East. I'm not going to.
Just Cranston High School,
It
right?
was Cranston High School. They used to play LaSalle on Thanksgiving in
wow,
football.
Really?
Yes.
Nice turn.
Okay. Can she catch up with it? Who's there? Molly Harold, number 9.
Molly's had a good first touch the whole night. Seems like she really knows what to do when the ball lands at her feet.
Good. So to the 39 people watching, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to...
They're probably all parked right behind us.
Yeah, they're watching on their phones, but hey, that still counts. So give us a thumbs up. Give us some virtual love here on the WWHS Wizards YouTube channel. We're glad to bring this to you.
Share, like, and subscribe, everybody.
Yes, like and subscribe. We just passed the 1,000 subscriber mark, so,
wow.
I thought someone would bring me a cake, but then they took a look at me and said he doesn't need cake.
Nice. See that? See how she almost dropped it again?
Yep.
Having said that, she did look tremendous in warm-ups, like I said earlier.
Yeah. There's Jaslyn Estrella.
Refs have really not played much of a role in this game at all.
And that's usually good.
Yeah.
Right?
Mr. Greg Kordick down there. Mr. Kordick, 2015 Athletic Director of the Year,
Yes.
right in front of us.
The guy behind the scenes. I would not want that job. All the stuff that he has to put up with and arrange and organize and goes off without a hitch most of the time.
Tory Bird with sure hands. Our keeper on this side.
It's 1-0 us. All right. So West Warwick up 1-0. We'll be here again bright and early Saturday morning.
I wish I could join you, but I have an Army commitment that morning.
No, I appreciate it. Hey, I will take a back seat to Uncle Sam. Thank you, Brian. Just taught me how to use my computer, so that's good. Ooh, nice header. Lily Budnick, number 14, getting a handle on that ball.
Oh, Tori just gave up a corner kick. Oh, it's a goal kick. Okay, I guess she just kind of waited to see it go out of bounds.
Tori Bird, our goalkeeper, she comes in with 34 saves on the season.
How many goals have they given up? Do we have that?
We do have that. They have given up.
Come on, Tori.
Nice
job.
2, 3, 5 goals.
5 goals. Wow, that's great.
Yeah. 5 goals through 5 games. And hopefully it stays at 5. But, you know, this East Providence team is not 4-0 for no reason. They've got talent.
Little switcherooski there on the goal kick. You notice how they kicked the ball out on the left side and West Warwick came to take it on the right-hand side, the goal kick. I would always want to kick it in the opposite direction of their best player or, you know, try to find our best player. Yeah. So they were all set up a little bit, and then she kind of switched it up on them. Not illegal, but just a little bit of deception, which is completely within the rules.
Yep.
Ball girl's getting yelled at.
Hey, is that a ball girl or just somebody jogging around the track? Oh, no, that is a ball girl.
You want to make sure you get the ball to your team fast and delay on the other team. You know? I'm just kidding if anybody from the Interscholastic League is listening to
that. No one would ever do that.
Nice. Send it. Send it.
Yeah, send it across.
Nobody there.
Nobody there.
Nice move. Nice move. Rip it.
Wizards trying to build on a 1-0 lead here, but now East Providence has it down in their territory. We have a whistle.
Yeah, it's a good call. Calls if she just bumped into her. It's player control there. You have to make that call, especially when she's coming in from the back.
Yeah.
Now, if I have a strong player, I put this right on net. From about 25 yards out, I put it right on.
Yeah.
If not, I set people up on the far side over there and give a little chipper. But I would try to put this on. He's going to walk out his 10 paces. Let's see if he's got the shaving cream. Shaving cream? No shaving cream. And she puts it on. Oh! That's a great kick.
Was that number 1?
Might have been number 6. Olivia Williams, possibly. Probably should have taken note of that before she took the kick. That's all right. Number 6 goal, Olivia Williams. And we're back to even. And the Rhode Island Air National Guard flying their C-130s right over us tonight. It's the third or fourth one that we've seen fly over.
Wow. Headed down to Quonset?
Heading back to Quonset, probably, yeah. Whenever you see one C-130, you see another. At first, I thought he called a dangerous play, when a high kick, but he clearly called a handball. He maneuvered handling with his hands. I would not put the ball on goal here. I would try to develop something.
Yeah, Joe, I'm just watching the replay here with
Wow.
number 6, Olivia Williams. Scoring for East Providence. And Hannah Fox with the goal for the Wizards. And we're all knotted up at 1.
Zoe Condon is very tough out there. She does not let people control her off the ball. I like seeing that. I got less than a minute to go in the half.
Okay.
Is all Nick Cantor down there. He's a sports writer from the Kent County Times.
Yeah.
Checking out the happenings up on Arctic Hill.
Yeah. Then we have our camera person, Valeria Alvarez. She's one of my media broadcasting students, earning an extra credit grade down here. And it looks like we're at the half.
Going out.
All right, so we're going out. We're going to go pay some bills.
All right.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that
How we
Europe
off?
just passed a new copyrights law. I wish there was something more related to the school, though.
Hey Nick, what are you reading?
Oh, just Kent County Times.
Oh really, that's cool.
I just wish it was more related to West Warwick High
Oh,
School.
that's funny. I have the magic word here. It's the school newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, it's produced monthly. It's also online at themagicwordonline.com.
I'll check it out.
All right, cool.
Teen e-cig use or vaping is an epidemic, with 1 in 5 using them, but it's not safe for young people.
Our brains continue to grow until our mid-20s.
Nicotine use can change the way our brains grow, and not for the better.
The part of our brain that makes decisions, calculates risk, learns, and helps memory.
Plus, nicotine can hotwire our brains for other addictions.
Not water vapor, not harmless, and not cool.
And we're back here at the half on Arctic Hill. Masnicki Field. We have a 1-1 tie. Hannah Fox put one away, putting the Wizards up 1-0. And then Olivia Williams came back off a free kick and just put one in goal that Tori Bird couldn't quite get a handle on. And we are knotted up here. East Providence coming in at 4-0. Wizards at 3-1-1. So far, I'm here with my color person, Greg Gonzalez, longtime teacher at the high school, now down at the middle school. How are things going at the middle school? You're the dean of students down there.
Things
correct?
are going very well.
That's
we're
great.
having a very, very good school year. I mean, we only see, mostly the hybrid kids every day. So it's about half the school. Minus the ones that are distance learning, but it has been a very, very good start to the year.
That's fantastic. I haven't taught much middle school, only in summer school a couple of times and early in my career. But one of the things, I like high school, but one of the things I really love about the middle schoolers, especially like 6th grade, they're just enough of a kid where you can still kind of mold and shape them. By the time they get to high school, they're, they are who they are for the most part.
So I went from a big jump because I taught, high school languages my whole career. And
yeah.
Now I'm the 5th and 6th dean of students at the middle school. So I, typically Mr. Jim Alves deals with the 7th and 8th graders, and I deal with the 5th and 6th graders. Which when we went to school, that was elementary school.
Yeah.
So I basically jumped from high school to elementary school, if you will.
Yeah.
Just now, those elementary grades are in the middle school.
Yeah.
I guess 6th grade is still considered middle school, but 5th grade definitely across the state is mostly elementary.
Yeah.
2015 Athletic Director of the Year out there, Greg Kordick, sanitizing the soccer balls for the second half.
He is there to pitch in and do whatever needs to be done. Whatever needs to be done. He's always the guy.
Another C-130. They're scouting us, Mr. White. See?
Jeez. I did pay my taxes, didn't I? Okay. So Greg is usually the guy who gets a text from me when I wake up in the morning. What happened with X game? What happened? And usually he has the answer, I've been giving him a break lately. I've been getting the scores, and I haven't had to bother him that early. But
are you getting clips for the morning show?
Yes. When you were the tennis coach, when you were the tennis coach of the high school,
I was very good about it.
You were the only coach who sent me clips and said, "Oh, this is what's going on." If all coaches did that, the coverage they would get, it's great. You should run a clinic on how to publicize your team, because when you're a high school coach, middle school coach, that's your job too. And I can understand a lot of people say, "Well, yeah, I'm here to coach. This is what I do," but you got to let people know what's going on.
Yeah.
And when we have a morning show, that I don't know of too many other high schools that have a morning show every day.
Yeah.
I know Barrington had one. I believe they still do, but that's a lot of shows every year.
Oh, yeah.
And when the sports highlights are on, those kids are watching. People peel their eyes off the phone, and they want to see what their friends and classmates have done. Even win or lose, and it's really great to provide that service. Scoreboard coming to life here.
As a coach, you want to coach, but I would always try to get some footage. But you never know what's going to happen with that footage. Catch Mario Gambardella. Instead of seeing him rip a great point, he breaks his racket over his knees.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't let Mr. Solomon or Miss Hassel see this one.
Yeah, exactly. And I, in another life, when I was a journalist, I covered high school sports, and you cover it differently than you would cover professional sports. So if somebody sent me a clip and something like that did happen, I would say, I don't think I'm going to put this on. And so, sometimes you film something, you think it looks great, you look at it a second time, and then somebody is, doing something in the background that's not too good. It's a lot of stuff can happen, but it's really, I wish I had. We have great coaches, and they get their scores in for the most part. But you sent your own clips, and that was just top of the line.
The thing about tennis is, in soccer and football, you don't have to score the last points of the game to win. In tennis, you absolutely must score the final point to win your match.
Yeah.
If somebody's beating you 6-1, they still have to win that final, game.
Yeah.
So I would always try to video the last few moments of the match if I could, and get the winning points. And
whereas
this game, if I did it here, I could be here a half hour and get nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And got to mention you as a tennis coach as well. You took the boys to the Division III title, and then a couple of years later to the Division II title over Cranston West, and I think it was over St. Ray's that you won the Division III title. So you've had plenty of success there.
Done. Yes.
And
that 2017 boys tennis championship is my greatest moment ever as a coach. It's just like we were not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And we just kept playing Cinderella, and I mean, we just incredibly kept persevering, and we ended up holding the trophy at the end of the day. It's just amazing.
That's great.
We were 8-7, snuck into the playoffs, and we beat the team that was 15-0 in the championship. Yeah.
Wow.
You're Cranston High School West Falcons.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. They probably, those kids have probably been taking tennis lessons for years, and come the West Warwick kids.
I remember saying that in my interview after, the game with the Providence Journal. Our kids are, we are a working class town, a mill town, and our kids, we don't take tennis lessons. They just, when I get to the courts, they're playing, they're grinding, they're showing up, they're working, and that I think that's West Warwick across the board. Our kids just show up and they want to work, they want to play.
Yes. Yeah, and then we've got, your tennis teams, your soccer teams, your girls' soccer teams, and then, football, we've got 23 titles. This little town, 7+ square miles, loves its sports.
Yes, we do.
And has been very successful, and, it's
rich
really
in tradition and pedigree, and, people want to know what's going on, want to be part of the action.
Yeah.
People's uncles went here, they want to play like their uncle did, their dad, their mom.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's lots of history. I almost went to West Warwick, almost went to Maisie Quinn when I was in elementary school, long time ago. Came very close to moving in with my father and his wife and going to Maisie Quinn. I was almost a West Warwick school person.
Did your dad live in West Warwick?
Lived in West Warwick. The Spencer Commons condominiums right across from Maisie Quinn. Those condominiums,
right across the street. Yeah.
Yep, they're still.
Wow.
That's where they lived, and I remember running up on this track about 2 tracks ago.
Much nicer now, yeah.
It's much nicer today. In fact, in the Cranston West Yearbook 1989, there are pictures of me and a few of my classmates running on the track, the old track. And I was a shot put thrower, and I don't know why they had me running for the picture. But anyway, it's all for looks. And that was ironic. I'd be coming back. I'm not even going to hazard a guess. I just, as a former indoor and outdoor track coach, or an indoor track coach, I want to see those kids get the opportunity to do that. You want to see basketball get the opportunity to do that. But, all the inside sports, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. It's going to be interesting to see if they get football off the ground. I'm not looking forward to being up here in February, but I would do it.
Yes.
So now the Wizards going left to right, and East Providence going right to left on your computer screen. Second half getting underway. Scoreboard has come back to life like Frankenstein's monster from the Coach Grenier teaches Frankenstein.
Yes, he does. The monster.
The monster. And his Cranston East team doing pretty well.
Oh, yeah?
Doing pretty well. I think they've only lost once, if that. I'll look that up and we'll see how that's going. And they won the Division II title a couple of years back. So that was good to see, right at Rhode Island College.
Seems like neither team here is playing the bounce on this field. Maybe it's softer down below, but it seems like everybody's getting in front of the ball and letting it bounce over them.
Yeah. Brian Lynch, or Tank as you call him, looked up just how high above sea level this is right here. And I said, this has to be one of the highest points. And I think it was about 250, 280 feet above sea level. but it is always windy up here.
Yes.
It's always windy up here, and that you got to factor in. Be somewhat of an advantage for a home team that plays here.
Sure. I'd imagine as a runner too, on half the track you're gonna, be going against the wind, and on the other half you're gonna have a tailwind.
Yeah, I can use all the tailwind I can get when I'm running up here. I'll tell you that. It seems that there's always wind up here, except on a 95-degree day in the middle of summer when I decide I'm going to come up here and run a couple of miles, and then there's no shade, there's no wind.
Yes.
But yeah, it's quite unique, and I think the highest point above sea level here in the Ocean State was 800 plus feet, and I believe that's the Johnston landfill. It was the highest point.
Sure.
In the state.
See that? You always got to play the mistake because they're going to happen, especially at this level. Mistakes are going to happen. Anticipate them, and you set yourself up for success.
So it looks like we have a corner here.
Gabriela Gonzalez on the corner. A lot of times I would stack my girls at the top of the box over here so that the defenders have no clue what they're doing. They know where they're going, but it's a beautiful ball.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Nice.
And that's in. Molly Harold, number 9, heads that one in. Puts the Wizards up 2-1. That was a nice ball.
Yeah, and that's a great coaching move by Mr. Lima. He's, Molly's a defender, but you got to get your big girls into those dead ball plays. So he probably covered her back with somebody and sent Molly in so we could get her size in there.
And that's her first goal of the year.
In soccer, you have to practice your dead ball plays. I mean, 2 out of our 3 goals tonight have come on dead balls. What's the weather for Saturday morning?
That's a good question. I think it was supposed to be sunny, but
71. Tank coming in clutch with.
He's coming in clutch, and I'm still typing in turnto10.com. He said 71. Was he just yelling out my age, or is that the temperature? Yeah.
Did we hear any honks when the ball went in?
I don't believe so. Oh, wait. There are cars parked right outside there, which I just noticed.
If you're out there, if it happens again, light them up.
Light it up. And give us a thumbs up while you're at it.
There are 39 minutes and 72 seconds left in this half.
Wow.
Oh, it just changed.
That looks like a clock I would design. This is why they don't let me teach math anymore. 4 out of 3 people just didn't like the way I taught math. 72 degrees, 10% chance of rain on Saturday. But I'm willing to hazard a guess that it's not going to be 72 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and at 263 feet above sea level.
Yeah. Well, let's just thank our stars they don't play these games at the top of the landfill. So
that's true.
Yeah. When I was, I went out to Colorado recently, actually about a year ago. My stepdaughter lives out there, and we were 12,000 feet above sea level in Breckenridge, Colorado.
Beautiful.
Beautiful scenery. I mean, we really are the smallest state, and I felt like I was from the smallest state when I went out there. You see a mountain that's 10 miles away. It looks like it's 1 mile away, but everything's flat. But boy, 12,000 miles above sea level, you have trouble breathing.
Yeah. Wiz is continuing to try to play the ball through the middle. I'd love to see one of the outside halfbacks over there just ready to receive the ball, and somebody making a diagonal run. Nice move. Nice. Should be a goal kick. I used to always teach you want to mitigate your risk in soccer, so if the ball's over here, you have your defensive third, your middle third, and your offensive third. In my defensive third, we're not making little ticky-tack passes. We want to get the ball out of there. You want to minimize the risk. In the middle, you can, take a little bit more risk and find your players, and in your attacking third, you want to get the ball to whoever can put that ball in the net. Yeah. So I understand first touch clearances back here in the defensive third. It's what I would teach too.
Yeah. We must have a mask break coming up here fairly soon.
Got about 11 minutes left until the mask break.
Okay, there's my sense of time again.
Coach Lima does that again with Moreau when he sends her up for the throw-ins. Again, a defender that he's recognized has a skill.
Yeah.
With so I haven't been paying attention when she comes up, but he must cover her with somebody else and have her go, do her thing on the throw-in.
Yeah.
I don't mind the extra pass there at all.
Yeah.
Try to develop something. Back in front of your goal, I would mind.
Yeah.
Here we go. Get it off. Hannah Fox trying to create something for herself over there. Defender played her every step of the way, but still. Excellent job getting into the box, which is what you want. It's where the magic happens.
Yeah. If you're on defense, you got a ball right in front of the box. It's a trouble ball.
Yes.
You get it out of there.
Yeah.
Breeze picking up a little bit.
For sure. Good job by Tori. She closes the 5-hole when she receives the ball. You notice that?
Yep.
Very well done. Nice job.
Ooh. All right, now they have a chance to build something
so
here.
Here we go. Nope, Zoe's staying put. I called her Zoe again, Leah.
Yeah. That's Jenna Pizzi with the throw-in. So here's Moreau.
Flicker, and then somebody in the back. She's on. Let's go. Leah gets a workout going for all those throw-ins.
Yeah.
She's the deepest player we have on the field.
Yeah.
And yet she has to trick 45 yards every time they have a throw-in.
I've lost 5 pounds just watching her run in.
It's a beautiful throw. Flicker.
It is.
And then I'd like to see Leah stay around for support. I mean, she's got 3 girls back here and only 1 attacker, so they can certainly stand to lose her for a few minutes over here.
Yep.
It seems like she jets right back to her position. Watch. I'd like to see her, especially she's got a great left foot. Stick around if something develops.
Yeah, she's dropping back into her position. Yeah.
Shoot. Nice ball. Zoe Condon knocked down early. I noticed the girl offered her hand. I wonder if there's any rules on that. I mean, should you be, sportsmanship dictates that you should accept the hand.
Yeah.
But COVID does not.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, it seems for everything that, I mean, it's difficult to know exactly where people who were infected catch the virus from, but transmission on the field from one team to another does not appear to be a problem in any sport.
Sure, yeah.
Any outside sport, I should say. It hasn't really happened in football. And something about being outdoors and you're close to people and then not running around, plus the wind up here. But yeah, I wonder if there is anything against if there's a rule against taking a hand or what have you.
I imagine maybe just guidance. I don't know if they'd actually have a rule or who knows. So we kind of never knocked off the ball. I love it.
Yeah.
Is that no?
No.
It's just I have just over 4 minutes left until the mask break.
Yeah. Brianna Lopes, number 15, clears it out there for East Providence. East Providence High School. Haven't been there in a while. That's the state's largest high school. That place is huge. It's like a small college campus.
Right. East Providence was always very tough in boys soccer as well.
Yeah.
Always very tough.
And the football program has been, Division I for years. Produced many a good player out of there. Here we go. Wizards building down this end again. See if they can make something happen.
Yeah, Definitely controlling the ball this half. Still too early in the game, but at some point with the lead, you kind of focus on defending for the rest of the game. But I don't think we're there yet.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see after the mask break if they make a switch.
That's right, White.
Oh, nice pass.
That was ball, clean. Good job. Corner. This is probably the last play before the mask break.
Yeah.
Again, dead ball play. 2/3 of our goals.
Yeah.
I want to see somebody on that back post. See how East Providence, nobody knows where they're going. They're going to come out, and it's definitely tougher to mark when you do that. Nice. Now we got to pull out. Oh. Keep pulling out.
Oof, oof, danger, danger ball.
Nice clearance.
Yes. So again, Wizards up 2-1. This broadcast being brought to you by the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway at the high school. Got Brian Lynch, executive producer in the box. Riley Maynard, assistant producing. And from my media broadcasting class, Joe Dione working the camera for a second straight game. And Morgan Judd, one of our producers of the morning show.
Nice.
On the other camera. All right. West Warwick clears it out.
Expect to whistle anytime, any second. Yep.
There we go. You called it.
We'd like to recognize a couple of sponsors for the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway at the high school. Gold Star Retirement and Insurance and Alex Smith. When your family buys insurance through Gold Star, you help build a sustainable resource for Rhode Island educators. The Gold Star team delivers. Everybody deserves peace of mind. Contact Alex Smith at alex.smith@horacemann.com. That's HORACEMANN.com. And the Arctic Playhouse, located at 117 Washington Street in West Warwick.
Teen e-cig use or vaping is an epidemic, with 1 in 5 using them, but it's not safe for young people.
Our brains continue to grow until our mid-20s.
Nicotine use can change the way our brains grow, and not for the better.
The part of our brain that makes decisions, calculates risks, learns, and helps memory.
Plus, nicotine can hotwire our brains for other addictions.
Not water vapor, not harmless, and not cool.
I thought I could make it through the whole game without a sweatshirt, but I was mistaken, so here I go.
Cue the Arctic Hill comment.
And if my mother is watching, she's probably wondering why I didn't have it on in the first place. You know.
Nice job, Leah. Carry. Oh, nice job. Senor Blanco, today is my father's birthday.
Really?
Yes.
We share a birthday.
He's 83.
God bless him.
Yes.
That's great. You know, I found out that today, you know, shortly after I started teaching with the athlete.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Oh.
Wow, that was a great shot. Number 6, potentially.
Olivia Williams, that would be her second goal.
And we know she's got a great foot from earlier in the game.
Yep, it's her, Olivia Williams. And I'm looking at the play again.
Tori was on her line, too. That was just a great shot. She gets the turn. Boom.
Yeah, that was a great shot. So now we're all knotted up at 2 again. Second goal of the game for Olivia Williams. Well, I think we have one of the TV camera crews over here. Hey, I'll trade cameras with you. I said I'll trade cameras with you. Yeah. So we're getting some coverage. What station are you from? Channel 6. Channel 6 in the house. We're on our YouTube channel right now, streaming live, so we'll give Channel 6 some love. Thank you.
Mr. White, there's no way they're going to capture better footage than WWHS TV.
No. They can try.
I mean, we'll keep that between us.
Yeah. I'll tell you, you know, these kids make me look and sound good, like I know what I'm doing, you know. Brian in the booth and Riley and Morgan Judd, who has her a new show coming out next week.
Gabriella going to send another one in. Molly on the far post. See if she can replicate. That's another good ball. It's a good ball. Oh! She's got she sends in beautiful services.
That was nice. That was nice. Who was it that she was right there.
I think it was Molly again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Molly Harold who was right there on the back post. Yep, number 9, Molly Harold. She was right there, couldn't quite get in position, but that was a nice ball.
Molly's left-footed, but she seems quite capable with both feet.
Well, this you couldn't have expected a better game, a more competitive game between two pretty evenly matched teams right here.
Should let the viewers know that we are not in the Maznicki press box right now.
We are not. Because of COVID restrictions. Because of COVID restrictions, we are out where the fans would be.
You're on the top bleacher.
Yeah.
In the frozen tundra on Arctic Hill.
And Brian just said something like it's really warm in there or something. We'll get him back for that later. First quarter grades are not finalized yet. He was passing until a few seconds ago. Yeah.
Nice development in the middle. Love that back and forth. See how their left halfback is square to the ball over there. It gives them an option.
Yeah.
Ours just kind of fly up and down.
Yeah.
This number 3 over here, Jordan Brogan. That's how I would want her to play. She's always there ready to receive the ball. Again, Molly, good first touch, get the ball out of there.
Yeah, here it goes back into East Providence territory.
Bad throw. Oh, wait for the sub. Come out and get it, Tori. Lights up here at Maznicki Field, the work of the late, great Jim Williamson.
Yes.
I believe Jim wrote a grant or so to assist in this happening.
And it was he really did a lot of work to make Friday Night Lights happen here. And unfortunately, he passed away before the first game could happen. But I'm glad you brought that up. He really he did a lot of work to get that. West Warwick alum, I think class of 78. Somewhere around there, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds about right.
And now it seems like they've always been here, but we know that's not the case. It took a while for the Lights to get up here. And that very first game under Friday Night Lights was before we were up here streaming them live. A 1-point victory over South Kingstown.
Yep.
That was something else.
Charlie kicked the field goal to win the game, I believe, right?
Yes, Charlie Tashin.
Charlie Tashin, yep. Non-league, they were D1, I believe we were D2.
Yes.
See that? You got to play the mistake.
Yep. And South Kingstown had agreed. It's coming back to me now. Had agreed. The game was supposed to be at South Kingstown, and they agreed to come up here and let us open up under the lights against them. And West Warwick built up an early lead, and as the game wore on, South Kingstown wore them down, and an extra point at the very end meant the victory. That was quite a game. I just wish we had. I mean, if we had cameras here, I would have had somebody down on the field and said, "Get on the on the field as soon as that happens."
So as I alluded to earlier in the day, speaking to you, we're doing a series at Deering Middle School called Growing Up Wizard, where we get all these wizards from the past, people who have, sat in our cafeteria and walked our halls, who are, successful adults today. And, they came in and shared a little bit of their story, and a few of them that we had were Doug Haynes and Tom Garrick. Tom played in the NBA.
Yes.
Willie Edwards coaches Brown University. He's now working for the LA Rams, too.
Yes.
And, they talked about how when they were growing up, they would come up here in the 70s to watch, Jim Williamson and Tim Williamson. Yeah. And Willie talked about how he would come up here and watch them. Yeah. And then, people come up and watch Willie, and it's just, it's very cyclic.
Yeah.
Cyclical.
That's a fantastic idea that you guys have. Hopefully we can get some of those on our channel. And, there's been a lot of great people, successful people who've come out of this little town.
Yeah. So far, we've interviewed Senator Adam Satchel, the three I mentioned: Willie Edwards, Doug Haynes, Tom Garrick. Yeah. We mentioned social studies. We interviewed social studies teacher Giuseppe Lancelotta.
Oh yeah.
We've interviewed the Enos sisters, the Enos twins, Mrs. Roberti and Miss Tracy Enos.
Yes.
And our final interview was with Miss Samantha Scatone. She's the new Spanish and Italian teacher at Deering Middle School. She's a West Warwick alum.
Fantastic.
So it'd be good to get their stories out, and just have the kids see, some of the great adults who've come out of this community.
Yeah, that is a fantastic idea. And there's I have my podcast, The Magic Word, and I've had.
Oh, I've listened to some of those. Yes, Eugene Gallo was great.
Yeah, actually, that was Brian's podcast.
Yes.
That was
never a dull moment with Eugene.
No, never a dull moment. Him and his wife and kids. I see them every morning when I come into school, and Mr. Gallo, also a Cranston alum like me.
So I am the first one out the door at Deering Middle School. As soon as a kid shows up, I have to go out the door. And those Gallo kids are the first ones on our campus every day. So thanks to them, I'm out the door at 7:04 a.m.
Keeping you on your toes. We had I had Bob Wiley, the NFL football coach, and he was something else. He just like you saw in Hard Knocks. Mm-hmm. Although he did have to stretch to recover.
Right.
But he was something.
Won 2 world wars, no stretching.
Yeah, 2 world wars, no stretching.
That's you, Tori.
Good, she's got that. Going to be talking to some of the kids who work the polls for Election Day. And talking from somebody from the canvasser's office, too, just to see how things went. My stepdaughter worked the polls in Cumberland.
Very cool.
Yeah. All day. I mean, long day. It's great to see the young people getting into it. The Providence Journal had a story on that recently. And, usually it is the older folks who are working the polls, but now with COVID out, it was important to get a lot of them staying home, and rightfully so. So knotted up here at 2.
Yeah, I got just about 6 minutes left to play in the game.
Okay.
This reminds me of a night in Tiverton with Mr. Grenier. And we were losing 1-0 all game, and we needed a point. We needed at least a tie. At least a tie. We needed a point. And I remember we had a great team. Mr. Lazat, the custodian in our school, his son Richard was one of our best players.
Yes.
And anyway, with about 10 minutes left, I said to Mr. Gren, you know, we're losing. I was the assistant coach. We're losing 1-0. We got to. Mr. Gren used to have a W formation, a power formation. You know, push it. Doesn't matter if you lose 2-0, 3-0. Who cares? You want to get the goal back if you can.
Yeah.
So we go into the power. We go into the W formation. A couple minutes later, a kid named Derek Hebert sends in a corner kick, and Rich Lazat puts it away, 1-1. Okay.
Great.
I go up to Coach Grenier at the helm, and I say, you know, Coach, let's pull it back. If we can come out of here with a 1-1 tie, we get the point. He said, Greg, in soccer, goals happen within 4 minutes of another goal. We're pushing it! Well, guess what? Another goal happened by Tiverton. Okay? And we left there with the L. And the next day at practice, I'm sure Richard remembers this. He convinced the entire team that it was me who wanted to.
Did you stay in the W formation?
Wanted to keep the power formation, and we got caught on a counterattack.
That's that's the job of the assistant coach. You take the blame for what the head coach does. Tiverton's tough place to play. When I was his assistant, we at East we played down there. Very physical team.
Yes.
Long drive.
Yep. For sure.
Windy. I mean, it could be the best day during the day, but then as soon as the sun goes down, it's windy and it's cold. But that was probably one of the more physical games we've had. Always Tiverton, and never looked forward to playing them.
Yep. Always a well-coached, solid team too.
Yeah. It's going back to my roots. My grandparents had a summer home in Tiverton, and when I say summer home, I mean like a little shack. It was just on the water. Used to go call hogging down there. Gray's Ice Cream, I think, is down there in Little Compton or Tiverton.
Nice.
Tiverton, Four Corners. All right,
nice ball.
Oh, that is a nice pass. Good defense breaking that
Clear
up.
it.
It was Williams who had a foot on that again, who scored the 2 goals tonight for East Providence.
Yeah, she's deadly. She's deadly from anywhere within 30.
Yeah. You're doing the iced coffee, Coach, tonight.
Doing the iced coffee, yeah. I usually switch by this time, but have not yet.
Yeah. Did you stop at the new Dunkin' Donuts on Providence Street?
Is that open?
It is open now as of November 4th because...
How's traffic? I can't imagine it's going to be... I don't know. It just seems like a
I hit...
poor spot.
First of all, I have to...
Actually, it's a great spot. It's a poor spot for traffic.
Yeah. To get out... I'm a regular at the subway over there. I think they named the drive-through lane after me.
That's
sure.
owned by West Warwick, run by West Warwick family, right? The banks.
Yes.
Yeah,
they manage it.
I've had a few of them.
And so they know my order before I even speak. So,
Mr. White, what is your Subway order?
My Subway order is a foot-long chicken teriyaki on wheat, black olives, tomatoes, sweet onion sauce. And I just recently switched over to American cheese because they were out of provolone, and I decided I like the American better.
Gotcha.
Medium Diet Coke. Cool Ranch Doritos. I really should take the Sun Chips instead, but...
Cool Ranch Doritos, but you balance it with the wheat bread.
Yes. Cancels it. Yeah. They cancel each other out. Yeah. And so now they're right next to each other.
Sure. I bet you that's going to improve business for Subway.
I think it will. I have to talk to them. Hopefully, I want to see if they might sponsor us here on the West Warwick High School YouTube channel. And we have some great sponsors, the Arctic Playhouse, Horace Mann, and Horace Mann, the father of modern education, as you know.
Sure. Yeah. Nice. See, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Find the open man. Don't always just try to push it down the field.
Yeah.
Or open woman.
Yeah. there was some talk before the season got started of not having throw-ins. As I see the East Providence player throwing it in, and I'm really glad they didn't do that because, there comes a point. I think they had done that in Massachusetts, and it just didn't look like
it doesn't look like soccer. Yeah, sure.
Keep the integrity of the game. I mean, you don't want people to get sick naturally, but I think that was a good call by the Interscholastic League.
So wait, I have under a minute here.
Under a minute.
So this girl, number 8 up front, just came in for East Providence, trying to get some fresh legs up there to steal this one at the end.
Yep, Carissa Forts, senior.
Pressure the ball now. Pressure it. Good job. Watch number 2 in the middle.
Yep, you saw it.
Oof.
Oh. It was Molly Harold that kicked that out.
And did they just call it? That's the game.
So Molly Harold saves the goal, and the Wizards
saves a couple points.
Save a couple of points.
Yeah.
So they escape with the tie against the still undefeated East Providence Townies.
Is that their first blemish, their first tie, or?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, they were 4-0. Now they're 4-0.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. So we'll see.
Perhaps if there is a playoff season, they're the ones to beat.
Yeah, it would seem so. And Saturday we're going to be here 9 a.m. as we said before against Moses Brown, and that's the other team that the Wizards have tied. So hopefully they can pick up a win there. And,
that's the one team they played twice.
Yeah, that's the one team they played twice, and they had a 2-2 tie at Moses Brown. And the Quakers will be coming up here Saturday, 9 a.m. So final, West Warwick 2, East Providence 2. Why don't we send it out for one commercial, and then we'll come back here, wrap it up, and send everybody home. I want to thank everybody for watching.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Europe just passed a new copyrights law. I wish there was something more related to the school, though.
Hey, Nick, what are you reading?
Oh, just Kent County Times.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I just wish it was more related to West Warwick High School.
Oh, that's funny. I have the magic word here. It's the school newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, it's produced monthly. It's also online at themagicwordonline.com.
I'll check it out.
All right, cool.
And we're back. This is Eric White here, media broadcasting teacher at West Warwick High School. And the Wizards and Townies have tied 2-2. The way the scoring went, just to give you a little scoring update, Wizards went up 1-0 in the first half, a goal by Hannah Fox. And then East Providence came back and tied it 1-1 on the first of 2 goals by junior Olivia Williams. And then Molly Harold scored her in the second half, put the Wizards up 2-1, scoring her first goal of the year. And then Williams came back with a beautiful shot that just got right over Tori Bird. And that's how the game ended, 2-2. So the Wizards hold this, put the first blemish, if you will, as you said, Coach, before, on this undefeated team. They're still undefeated, but now they're 4-0-1.
Stalemate with the Quakers. No, these aren't the Quakers. These are the Townies.
The Townies.
We were talking about Moses Brown.
We were. And so they come in. Moses Brown comes in 9 o'clock Saturday morning, and we'll be here live streaming that. And this broadcast courtesy of the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathway at West Warwick High School. Want to thank executive producer Brian Lynch, who came in and saved the day on sound. Now I can hear myself, and I know how to work my computer now, so that's good.
Tank, I'd fist pump you, but at coronavirus, can't do that. All right.
Air hug, and Riley Maynard.
Good job, Riley.
Assistant producer, doing a great job. Morgan Judd on the camera, and we'll be seeing her on the Wizards Chat. Her show is going to be debuting, I believe, next week. So even though she is a television star now, she does talk to us still. And Joey Dione from my media broadcasting class, earning some extra credit and helping us out here on the camera, doing a fantastic job. And Coach Gonzalez, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you again and seeing you again, and thank you so much. And hopefully we have you back again.
Thank you. I'd love to come back. Good luck on Saturday. I'll be listening.
Thank you. I'm going to be doing a lot of studying, about the game, and hopefully we can pick up a win. So for all of us here at Masnicki Field, on a little bit of a windy night, this is Eric White, part of the Media Broadcasting and Journalism program. Have a good night, and thank you for watching.
Ciao, ciao.